Hey everyone, welcome back to Core Space Firstborn mission number 2. So we're going to be trying that more dynamic camera setup. I'm going to pick us up here for a moment so we can see the table. This is our table today. We are going to be playing mission number 2 in Core Space Firstborn. We have the same crew as last time. So with this more dynamic camera, there is going to be more opportunity for me to bump the camera and stuff like that. I will absolutely, obviously, try to keep it to a minimum. Let me know what you guys think of it, though. I'm going to be moving the camera around, try to get a little bit closer to the action as compared to last game. However, I don't want to do kind of the Gorilla Mini Games thing where you're holding the camera, so I think that this is going to be a happy medium. I'm going to try to set it up for a round. Maybe change it every now and again. This is going to be the setup that I'm going to try out. All right, mission briefing 2. Don't spare the rod. You found some good tech on your last mission, and there's no reason to suppose there's not more just lying around in the dust, neglected and waiting to be appreciated by an attentive trader crew. You choose another asteroid at random, and your preliminary scan seemed promising. However, this asteroid seems more active than the last, so you instruct your crew to go in careful. You're scavengers, not soldiers. They're an experienced team, so they know all about being paranoid, but you can't help clucking like a mother hen, as any good trader captain should. You point out the stasis pods can be destroyed before the Liege awaken. That's pretty ruthless coming from you, but if it's a choice between the lives of your crew and unknown dangerous aliens, your crew will always come first. According to the rules, you can also loot the stasis pods. That's what I was doing last time, is looting the stasis pods, so we didn't have any people popping out. We have 2 objectives. We have one in this corner, and all the way on the other corner, I will get the book up here for a moment to show you. We're going to have one all the way up over here. It is in a hidden room, so you're supposed to use an access console or some other way to get there. That's coming up. So, primary objective, reward 10 UA universal assets. Hungry for more after your previous expedition, you are on the hunt for more alien tech. Your scanners have picked up some sort of power source. A 3 UA Dyson rod on the floor near where you've docked your ship. Using its power signature, you're able to detect a much stronger signal coming from deep inside the rock. A higher value 10 UA Dyson rod should be placed in the opposite corner of the board, as shown on the map. This is your objective. It's hidden inside seemingly impenetrable walls, so you will need to find a way through, either by manipulating the Firstborn command console or by finding a crystal shard key. Secondary objective, free labor. The wounds from your first battle against the Firstborn are not just physical. They've gotten into your heads and left your crew jumpy, particularly creeped out by the lieges, and keeping those at bay would put your crew's mind at ease. Stasis pods can be destroyed in this mission. They have a physical armor of 2, and a single hit will destroy them. Once a stasis pod is destroyed, it will no longer spawn a liege, if applicable, and any tokens inside are destroyed along with it, so you can shoot at it from a distance. That's what that's getting at. Any trader that destroys a stasis pod will not require an upkeep payment after the games. So, no need to waste any time. We are going to put a peg in the tracker and move right on to turn 1 with an event card. Patrol distant rumbling. Increase the hostility by 1 and shuffle this card back into the deck. Well, that'll save us from getting a drone this turn. However, I'm not a huge fan of the idea of having less time on the board, but that is A-okay. Guys, we also have a super thick event deck this time around, so it's going to be a little bit more of an unpredictable game normally when the event deck gets going pretty big. And so I'm going to start off turn number 1. I'm going to go ahead and start with Balcor. He's going to take an effortless action to step out, and I'm going to take an action to just, since this is within range, I'm going to throw it right inside my ship. I don't know if that's officially in the rules, but it seems in the spirit of Core Space. So that will be that action done. And then I will take 1, 2, 3, 4 with Balcor, and he's just going to sit right there. And I think he's going to hold the fort, hold this front entrance for me as we move. All right, now time to go with Cassie. Since we don't have to worry about a drone coming out this turn, that means I can really sprint my people out there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an effortless, just get her right out in the open. No worries there. And then with Wade, the question is, do I want to split the group up or do I want to just keep them together? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get him there at least, and then an effortless. So that will do it for my first turn. On to the firstborn phase. Nothing comes out, assessment, all that. So we are actually going to pass right on to turn number 2. Okay, so for round 2, we're going to add another peg, draw another card. Worm food, tremors. If any rockworms are in play, they immediately retreat back into their holes. They are not. However, place this card face up on the top of the event deck. Instead of drawing a new card in the next hostility phase, discard this one. 2 rockworms then arrive at random wormholes. That is something that is going to be big trouble for me if these rockworms end up getting in my way. So something to pay attention to. We also have drones that will be coming in this turn, or at least a drone that will be coming in this turn. So let's get our people to somewhere safe. I think what I want to do is get Wade over here right away to take care of these 2. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And an effortless action to get him right here in that corner. However, he is touching this first one, so I will use my second action, and I will actually bust this sucker right open. Okay, guys, so we got a phase loop and a port engram, along with a little action potion here. So I am going to load Wade up with these until we find something better, of course. Question is, do I want to drop my med pack? I think I will. In typical fashion, I'll just toss my med pack right next to where I plan on being. Okay, now I'm going to go with Cassie, and she's going to go to the left side, I believe. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Let's go 3, 4, and an effortless just to right here. We're a little bit hidden in this corner. However, as a drone shows up, hopefully the idea is that it won't show up at 2 and I'll be able to keep on moving. Wade is actually, I just realized, he is going to be right in the open if a drone shows up at 5. So let's really hope that a drone does not show up at 5. And then with Balcor, I am just going to bust open this box. So I got a Necro Flask, Shard Fins, and a Grenade. So let's see what he can hold here. The Necro Flask is going to be better than this free med stim that I picked up. So I'll grab one of those, grab the Shard Fin for now, and grab that Grenade. And then with his next move, I will go 1, 2, or let's go effortless, and then we're going to search the room. That's what I'm going to do. So what do we have here? Oh, we got a Fibule worth 4 repair, guys. Oh, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Let's drop that Grenade for this Fibule, because I actually really like the idea of having the repair. And so he is going to, I forgot to leave that Medi-Stim there. He's going to drop that Grenade right there as well. Firstborn phase, which we're going to roll right here. It's going to be 1 drone at 6. 6 is right here. So it is a good thing I did not march Balcor out there. He is barely hidden behind the line here, but he is hidden. And that is what I was afraid of, so that's why I kept him back. NPC phase, no NPCs. Assessment phase, nothing to assess. We are on to turn 3. We're going to pop another peg into the tracker. And we actually have to roll for those worms now. So let's see where they show up. We have one at 4, and then the other one is at 3. 3 is actually right here on the other side of Cassie, and then 4 is going to be way back up here in the corner. Alright, so that you guys can see, we have worm number 3 right here and worm number 4 right there. As long as they stay there, I am A-okay with that. Number 4 may be a problem in the future, but I think we can find a way around them. Start with Cassie over here, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bonus action to get into base contact with this crate. See what we have out of the crate here, and that keeps me out of range of the worm. By the way, they have a two space range. Oh, okay, so good, not great. We have a liege ring. Liege rings are pretty strong. They're pretty powerful. I am happy with that. I'll take a liege ring. Take a liege ring any day. They're worth 6. I also have a shield engram, so get to do something with that. I forget what, but I'll have to look it up. Then I got another potion that's worth 4. I think I'll throw that one right on the ground next to me here. And we're going to call that turn for Cassie. Have Balcor take an effortless action right to here. Yeah, I suppose he's just going to hang out. I don't have anything I'm really looking to do with Balcor right now because I don't want to get in too much trouble. On to Wade, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to stop him right there, so I'm still in range to search this. Guys, we got a Dyson draw and a fibule, along with one of these. I forget what those are called, but we also got one of those. So I'm going to keep the Dyson draw and the fibule, and I'm going to get rid of the port engram for now. And then I'm going to take an effortless action right up here. Getting a lot of loot this time, but I don't know how I'm going to get to that 10 UA up there in the corner. Firstborn phase, we're going to have, he is going to scan, not see anybody, then he's going to drop down. Over here, he is going to scan the area, not see anybody again. Nobody's coming in this turn, so we're going to move straight on hostility phase. So got the peg in there, and we are in patrol, so draw out the prey. Choose a random beast not currently in play. It arrives at the closest wormhole or entry point to the highest ranking game hunter on the board. Well, we do not have any game hunters on the board. However, that emblem right there, or those 2 emblems, what that means is you have to bring out those guys onto the board. So I need to grab my 2 game hunters and bring those guys onto the board. So these guys are going to arrive at space 3. So we are going to put them way up top here, and what these guys are going to do is in the NPC phase, they're going to come out and they're going to start marching for this rockworm over here, which may not be the worst thing to have a little bit of help on board. However, if the rockworm dies and we are within sight, they will attack us. We are now on to the trader phase again, and we know that there's going to be a drone arriving somewhere on the board, so we want to be pretty cautious about where we're landing. So I'm going to have Balcor step out. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and an effortless action. So I'll go another 1, 2, 3, 4, poking just around the corner there, just out of sight of the drone. I'll just go over to Wade for now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an effortless action. And I'm going to search this case here. So we have a choice between the phase engram and the Dyson vent and the fibule here. I think I'll just drop the material on the floor because I don't think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with the Dyson vent, and I'll drop these other ones right on the floor next to them. Now, I'm a fan of dropping things on the floor. I know if you leave them back in the crate, you can go up and spend an action to search the crate and trade as much as you want. However, if I'm running by, I like to be able to use a quick action to grab up the one thing that I feel like I need. Let's move on. We have Cassie sitting there like a bump on a log. I am going to actually run her across 1, 2, 3, 4, duck into this corner, and she will search the room. Alright guys, apparently it's the time of the fibule, but it's only a 1 repair fibule, so I'm just going to drop that one right on the floor. Firstborn phase. 1 showing up at 3. So we have this drone plopping down over here at 3. Looks like things are going to get pretty hectic up towards the objective, and I'm almost wondering if it's worth it to even try to get the objective at this point. He's going to go from 1 over to 2, scan and scan, nothing and nothing. NPC phase, which means that both of these guys are going to come onto the map. When the game hunters come in, because they're about to walk into a drone, does that kick off the inspection phase? And these are guys who are not supposed to be in Firstborn space, so I think it's going to have to kick off the inspection phase. In this NPC phase, I'm going to march these guys in. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And according to the card, guys, these hunters are actually going to attack the drone first. Keats is going to have a 3 dice attack against this firstborn drone, and that is going to take the drone out. So kind of good news for me. And then Calgorn would come in 1, 2, 3, 4, and he would attack the worm. So he's going to go ahead and do that with 4 dice. He is a tough guy. However, that is not enough to take out the worm. That's going to kick off the inspection phase. We will move on to our next turn. Increased offense, increased patrols, activate all rank 1 to 2 firstborn in play that do not have line of sight to a traitor. The knowledge die is not used and will be used in the firstborn phase. So activate them. That is going to be just the one guy that we have here. However, he is going to come straight at Cassie. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is a 1 hit, which will be negated by her shield. Balcor first. He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he is able to, as a bonus action or an effortless action, he is able to make a 3 dice attack. And that is only 1. Take a move action. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are still in short range, moving that 1 over. With my effortless action, I'm going to make a 3 dice shooting attack. That will do it. That is 3 hits. So that drone is taken out. And Cassie still has a move that she can do. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right next to this so that we can take that out next. Okay, guys, here's where I make the executive decision. We have those 2 hunters. We have a rockworm. We have things are going to start kicking off really fast here. So instead of marching Wade out there and trying to pick a fight with everyone, I'm actually just going to take Wade over and back this way. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And an effortless action right here. We're not going to pick any fights with these hunters. Calgorn, he hits with 4 dice. I don't want to compete against that right now. It's a little bit too early in my career to end it quite like that. So let's move on. 1 drone coming down at 4. And once again, we'll roll down in this little corner here. That is going to be 1 liege at 2. We have the liege is going to be coming in right there, which is not the best, but not the worst. Now, when we activate the firstborn, we start with the highest rank, so we're going to bring this liege right in to attack Cassie. Cassie is going to spend 1 of her skill points to make a move action and ignore attacks of opportunity. So she'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's move on to the drone, who is going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to right here, so that he can attack Caligorn, because that he is closer, with a 2 dice attack. Not enough, because that is just 1 hit, and Caligorn takes at least 3 to take him out. The NPC is going to attack the enemy first, which is going to be the drone. So we will get, since Caligorn is closer, he will use a 4 dice attack against the drone. And that is actually going to be a fail because of the 2 caution marks. However, we will go and we will now make the attack with Keats. And Keats also fails, so that drone is still up and kicking. All right, things are heating up, guys. Let's go ahead and pop another peg in the tracker. Grab the event card. Reality shift. What just happened? The traders feel a sudden, sickening shift, as if the asteroid's gravity has failed. You feel like something is different now. Roll the knowledge die and apply the effects as follows. The 3 firstborn closest to the traders are each scattered 3 times. If there are not enough firstborn in play, for each one that you cannot scatter, scatter an arc instead. So we have 2 firstborn in play, so we'll have to scatter 1 random arc. But how you work the scatter, guys, is you, on each of the die, you can see there's a little arrow, and you just roll it, and you move them as best as you can, the number and the direction that way. So let's go ahead and we have to scatter this firstborn. We'll start with this guy 3 times. He landed basically where he started. Now let's go ahead for this drone up here. Basically where he started. So those were pretty useless as far as scatters go. Then we'll have to scatter a random arc 6. It's right in the doorway, kind of blocking that off. So it's a good thing I ran weight around the other way. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to effortless action shoot with Cassie. That is not going to do it. Then I'm going to make another shot with Cassie. That absolutely will do it. So he is done. And then with my last action, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'll just run him 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 to get him right there. Okay, guys, this one may be a little bit cheeky, but I think in order to keep the excitement, I'm going to bonus action Wade right here. I'm going to make a shot at medium range at this drone just to help out the hunters, if you guys can see this guy. And that will be 2 dice, or 3 dice since it's at medium range, excuse me. And that is maximum damage, so the hunters better be thankful to me. A little bit of help for the hunters, and then that will lead me to run 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In this game, a lot of the early game, because I'm a little bit more experienced, you're more prone to make mistakes if you're less experienced, so these early missions are more forgiving. But I know better than to hang around and try to go for that trophy or that 10 UA up in the corner. I've got plenty of loot. I've got plenty of upkeep, so I'm just going to take what I have. I'm going to take my level ups, and I'm going to do my best to get out of here as long as nothing else blows up on the way out. Close but no cigar. The hunters did not manage to take out the worms. Big game. Patrol to wake protocols. The hunt begins. 2 game hunters arrive together at a random entry point. They're already on the board. Then all game hunters in play immediately make up to 3 move actions, moving the shortest distance that puts them in as much cover as possible from all other characters and out of line of sight of any entry points. We're going to get Keats up in the corner here. We're going to get Caligorn kind of right by Keats. So they're going to be hugging this little pillar over there. I think that is good enough for the spirit of this card. All right, guys, we're going to move back over. Cassie and Balcor can just run as much as they can. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Balcor is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And Wade is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to search the room, because always search the room if you have the chance and you're that close. Basically a guaranteed out at this point. We have a Dyson draw worth 5. Spend an action. Since I am right next to it, I'm actually going to throw it inside of the airlock of my ship. Like I said, I don't know if that's appropriate to the rules, but that's how I play it, just because it feels core space to me. That is going to be turn, and we are going to go ahead and do the firstborn phase. Guys, I just realized we forgot the firstborn phase from last time, so I am going to see if that would have changed anything. So we would have one drone at 5, which would not have changed. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would have attacked Keats, or it would have attacked Calgorn, not killing him, and then we would check to see. So one liege would have shown up at 4. So nothing would have changed. It's always best when you make a mistake like this, guys, just go ahead and see how you can best remedy it, but you don't need to let it stop up your game. We're going to do a second firstborn phase right away, and that is going to have one drone arriving at 2, which is up over in this corner. We do not have a liege arriving this turn, and I think it's safe to say we're pretty much out of here. However, let's go ahead and resolve for these hunters. They're going to get attacked by the firstborn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 with that guy. Okay, guys, once again, I think I'm getting a little bit of audio. I think I messed up my microphone cord, so I'll have to fix that for the next time. But that is going to be game number 2. All I did was run my people right off the board. Game number 2 in the books, guys. We have a decent amount. I'll get you an after-action report, probably as a short again, because I really liked how that worked out on the last one. Just to keep everything condensed. Try to shorten these videos so they're a little bit more YouTube algorithm friendly. I think I might have messed up my audio cord somewhere down the line, so I'm going to have to get a new audio cord. Let me know what you think about the more dynamic format. I think I like it more because you can actually see what's going on. The top down, you get to see more of the map. However, this, you get to see a little bit more of that in-person, over-the-shoulder look, as it were. So it's a little bit more closed in, it's a little bit more focused, but I think I enjoy this format solely because it feels a little bit more visceral. So after action report, we made out, we did not finish the mission, we did not finish the primary objective, just because so much was happening up top there. And Core Space is not a heroes game. This is your 9-to-5 scrapper game, and that's what makes it so special. So sometimes you just don't get out with the loot. However, I think that this game went very well. I think that I got out probably just in time, because if I would have been caught out, if I would have waited a turn or two, I don't think I would have gotten too much more productivity done. However, I would have definitely been caught out when lieges started to arrive, and then iconoclasts, which are kind of like assassins from the other Core Space game, and then you start making noise because you're shooting at everyone, and next thing you know, you go from wear to wake protocols, and then it's just a giant mess there. So it was the right move to not pursue the worms, not pursue the end objective, because yeah, maybe I would have gotten it, and I would have gotten the 10 UA. However, I probably would have lost a trader or two. So look forward to the after action report. It's going to be in a short, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Please like if you liked it, and subscribe if you think I earned it. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.